good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force. And if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
Gets around him, and he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Purdy to throw it on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
On first down, Purdy.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
On second down, McCaffrey. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call. It kind of went reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Levis now off of play action. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted.
Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
On first down, it's Purdy.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
2nd down and 6 now. Purdy.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brian Asamoah working his way in to pick up the sack. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Throwing here, Purdy.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Marcus Davenport. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it.
2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Levis from his own end zone. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Levis back to throw. This goes out wide from Madison.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. On 2nd down, this is Madison. They find some open field. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Vikings.
Alexander Madison with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
Addison will go in motion left. Levis will try to throw for the 2.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, What changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Third down at 13. Here's Purdy. Throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right?
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 66 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Levis looking to throw.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Levis.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Now Levis. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Levis to throw it. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. Levis trying to get his guys set as quickly as possible.
They'll look to throw again. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Levis to throw once more.
Flushed out right.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Levis.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Vikings are back within a score.
It's complete. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but he did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
Back to throw, it's Levis. This is caught by Addison. And he is out.
Right around the 10-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Well, one final shot before the half. Here's Levis.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive?
There he goes, left side. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Levis on third down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Levis now off of play action.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Now Levis. Under pressure, they got him again. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Levis out of the shotgun now. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 37.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now a 2nd and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. And they're going to speed things up here. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. They work now on 2nd and 9. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Connects with Kittle underneath, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. And Walker has it. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They go play action here. Purdy. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, here's Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. McCaffrey is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Again, McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Levis throwing again on 2nd down. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he's going to be out of runs, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Levis is going to throw here, caught by Addison. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On 1st down, Levis. This goes out wide from Madison. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Here we go, 1st and goal. Levis back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Levis to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Levis, he'll look to throw it. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal. Desperation time now. Here's Levis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Purdy now to throw. Flush to his right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Call it a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Vikings will be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Levis. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if in it.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Levis. And that's going to be incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Levis. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just